Today kicks off Medicare's annual election period, so those who are 65 and older can start comparing their options for medical coverage for next year. Tyler, Mackie and David Alligood are here from the Mackie Group with more. Thank you both so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yes,
Anna.
of course. So Tyler, I'm going to start with you. Today is a big day for you guys. Tell me a little bit about it, what you guys are kind of preparing for today and of course the next couple weeks.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a big time for our agency. We have a little under 2 months to work with our clients and other folks that are looking to making plan changes or picking up plans or wanting to find out how Medicare's changed over the last year as we go into 2019. And we find that Medicare changes from time to time, and so it's good to help keep folks up to speed on those changes, and so we've created a few different resources for that. One this year that's new, brainstorm of one of my agents, is the Mackie's Medicare Shop. It's mackiesmedicareshop.com. It's just a website that we have that is a resource for folks on Medicare looking to make changes, going on Medicare, because as folks age into age 65, they have to pick a plan, and those plans change.
And and I think it's really hard for some people to keep up with the changes, right?
Oh yeah, and you know, I've been doing this for about 16 years now, and Medicare's made some large changes, and we find that folks being on the right plan can sometimes make a difference of $1,000 a year savings or more. Because things change.
Right. And you tell your clients, you tell people to review their plan every year, right?
Oh yeah, doctors change, prescriptions change, life changes, and we've seen a lot of plans change this year. So it's good to stay up with those, and that's what we do. That's what our agents and our agencies do. Right.
And so David, I'm going to ask you, what kind of sets your agency apart from others here in the area?
Well, as an independent agency, we represent really all of the major plans that are available to clients here in the area. You know, like Tyler said, it's important that we review plans periodically, because there's no one best plan that fits any person.
Right.
And so we want to meet with the individual, find out a little bit about their situation, even their lifestyle, because some of the major factors that go into what plan is best for them could be what medications they're taking, or what providers they see, or even things as simple as their travel plans in retirement. You know, whether they intend to do a lot of travel or live away from home for several months out of the year, that can affect the plan that is best for the individual.
Right. And there are some things that people obviously need to be educated in when they're looking at these plans. That's why they come to professionals like yourself. But there's some things that they should be wary of and careful of, right, David?
Yeah, and again, getting back to the factor that we are an independent agency, we represent, you know, multiple plans out there to find the right plan for the individual. You know, if you're meeting with someone that only represents one plan, of course that one plan is going to be the best for that individual, at least in their minds.
Right.
And we want to help the client shop and truly find what's best for them.
Yeah, so really you're putting the client first, trying to find the best plan for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so Tyler, if people are wanting to come in and meet with you all, what do you say that they need to bring with them to make sure that they can look at the right plans for them and they have kind of all their ducks in a row?
Great question. We usually encourage them to have a list of their current medications, the current providers that they're seeing, and then the area that they live in. We cover 8 counties of the Tri-Cities in Southwest Virginia, so that brings with it a group of doctors, group of medical providers and networks that we need to kind of help gauge and be wary of.
Right. And of course some people maybe this is their first year looking at the Medicare plan. This might be something that may be a little, you know, they're a little standoffish about it. They don't really know what to expect, but you guys really put them at ease, right?
Yes, yeah, and they've got about 2 months now, so they've got till December 7th to shop for plans, and so we offer personal service. We've got agents all over the area, about a dozen of them, that will sit down very comfortably, show them. We don't want them to have that been sold feeling, so we want to really listen to them, folks in their area, helping them with plans that are represented in their area.
Give them a peace of mind, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. And so David, if people are interested in getting in contact with you all, making an appointment with you all, how can they do that?
Well, our contact information is in the website that Tyler mentioned earlier, the mackiesmedicareshop.com. Our offices are located at 208 Sunset Drive, Suite 201. It's the bottom level of the Regions Bank building. And our phone number is 262-8146.
All right. Well, David, Tyler, thank you both so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. All the information for the Mackie Group is right there on your screen. Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.